So ever since I was young, I always idolized Richard Branson because
Of
he's
course.
like the coolest guy in the
The
world. He,
coolest.
builds billion-dollar companies, flies rocket ships.
As an island.
Yeah, he has an island, and
Necker.
yeah, and so I do my kind of like spiritual practice is going on walks,
Okay.
where I have a music I listen to, I let go, I just kind of be in the moment.
Right.
And I was on a walk, and I just had this thought like bubble up, and it was like, you need to meet Richard Branson. And I was like, all right, like, how can I do this? I'm thinking maybe I could email him. Now he's not going to answer. Maybe I could
Right.
like DM him on social. Now he's definitely not going to answer. I'm like, just let it go. And then I'm walking, and I'm like, wait a minute. I remember my friend was in a photo with him. I'm like, I have to follow this. So I'm like, I'm going to text my friend. I'm like, hey, like, I saw you were in a photo with Richard Branson. Like, what's the deal with that? He's like,
Right.
well, I'm actually part of a mastermind that goes to his island once a year. It's $60,000 to go, and there's one spot left. And I'm like, I'll take it.
Sold.
Wire the money that day.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy because like when I was walking, the thought I had about meeting Richard was like me being on his private island with him. And then 1 year later it comes up, and I'm like, I had just moved to Florida from Texas. I had a lot going on. And, I have a new baby. He's 16 months old now, but at the time he was younger. And I'm like, I don't really want to leave for a week and leave my family for a week. So I was going to cancel. And I reached out to the company, and I'm like, unless I could bring my family. And they're like, yeah, it's like an extra, like an extra so-and-so amount of dollars.
Okay.
And I'm like, sold. So I end up going to Necker Island, and Richard is with us every day. I literally played chess with him on
Amazing.
his balcony overlooking the ocean, which was kind of almost the exact. I didn't have the chess
Yeah.
part in my visualization, but like just being
take it.
there. Yeah, and then my son's taking photos with him, and we became friends. And it was just from a thought that led to a breadcrumb that led to an action that next thing you know, it happened.
Right.
It's
Well,
just
good to know
crazy.
that somebody I know knows Richard Branson.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have any favors, you'll owe me one afterwards. And then one
Totally.
other small example, we got Elliot here behind the
Yeah.
cameras and the mics.